Small size, big performance. It's the usual promise that Windows Mini PCs come with in 2024. The Beelink EQR6 goes even further by being super quiet and equipped with decent hardware. But is it really the right choice? Let's inspect. Hey guys and girls, great to meet you, hope you're doing well, and today we're back to the topic of Windows-based mini computers with this body coming from Beelink, which could be one of the most interesting of 2024 because people usually ask for very quiet operation of the fan, so Beelink deliver. People ask for possibly integrated power supply, and within this small scale again Beelink deliver, plus super exciting specifications, a very, I would say, well-performing AMD processor, meaning that we have a lot of work and tasks to perform in order to figure out how the actual performance in real life is, whether it is a good idea for office tasks, home file server, multimedia, maybe some gaming, basically everything that you need to know about the EQR6. All the good and the bad. And this video is in no way sponsored or influenced by Beelink. However, the video does have a sponsor. It's UPerfect, which want to showcase their new model U22 Max, something I'm keeping here in the background and gonna talk about in just a few moments. Now, greetings. Michael, the Tech Mishka over here. Time to rock. We go straight to the performance part, because with this PC, it's what really matters. Gonna try to keep it as practical as possible, but let me first showcase a few artificial benchmark results so that we find out whether the same kind of hardware pieces with the same kind of specs may perform differently in various cases and setups. The Cinebench test, for instance, was a bit of a surprise. Just below 11,000 points on multi-core score, it's about 3,000 points less than the best achievements with this CPU, so by default, Beelink don't seem to let you extract the best out of it. Apparently this is anyway not among the most powerful mini computers, but clearly among the good mid-rangers. Given the specs of the processor, there are high expectations, and Beelink seem to do a bit better with some of the other tests. If you're interested in gaming on a budget, this is an excellent use case because of the integrated Radeon graphics, namely the 680M. It's among the best in class, often nearing or surpassing the performance of some of the older dedicated GPUs. The famous Counter-Strike 2, for instance, has spectacular rates in Full HD resolution, and even if you play for longer periods of time, there wouldn't be any throttling or whatsoever. Some other rather heavy games also run fine. Note that if you aim at gaming in 4K or 1440p, you're gonna have to sacrifice a lot of graphics details in order to get stable gameplay, if any at all. So most AAA titles may sleep, but this is a very budget-friendly solution after all, and its price is just a fraction of what you may pay for a new and up-to-date GPU from NVIDIA, let's say. I feel that when it comes to these specs altogether, this could be one of the most exciting Windows-based mini computers of 2024. Not because it is the best performing one, not because it is among the best looking ones, but given the small scale and the excellent performance and the super exciting price, especially given this setup. I feel that EQR6 delivers hard-to-beat performance-price ratio, and in order to fit all of that within this super small scale, I need to be very clear that we talk about laptop-grade components. Now, let's talk about certain use cases, and that will be an excellent opportunity to power it up, link a monitor, here's the UMax U22 in the background, and find out how it actually works. Yes, time to talk about today's video sponsor, UPerfect Monitor. If you are in the market for a new monitor that is both stylish and capable, check out the Unify UMax 22. It's got a stunning 1440p resolution and super fast refresh rate, perfect for gaming, video editing or just general productivity. been using it for a few days now and I'm really impressed with the quality. Speakers, mini HDMI and Type-C inputs, easy controls, it can be part of your portable office, supports Mac and Windows and is bright and vivid. Also, make sure to check out about the portable stands, which make it even more functional. Hurry up and get the best deal about it via the link from the video description. If you care about other use case scenarios, such as office tasks, this will be of no problem to the EQR6. A lot of RAM and a lot of CPU cores, combined with the rather up-to-date architecture, promise longevity when it comes to working with documents, presentations, and similar. It's the same about multimedia. If you're interested in working with video editing tools such as Premiere Pro or Filmora, they will remain snappy as long as you target 1080p timeline. If you care about the unboxing and the initial setup, I feel that Beelink have once again done some decent job over here. Besides the good-looking pack, it feels solid and well-protective and not too bulky at the same time. What we can say for sure, based on what we see in terms of size and shapes, Beelink have developed their own style about design in the recent years. The big deal about this model is the fact that the power supply is inside, which means that cooling could be a bit more challenging and maybe would make some people concerned about the fact that it is yet another component that is not easily replaceable. On the back, most of the connectivity ports, and this is yet another mini PC with two RJ45 ports, meaning that if you plan to use it for some home server functions, virtualization or a firewall, might be excellent as it is out of the box. Kudos to Beelink for including cables that have the same kind of color as the box itself, together with the papers and this power cable. That's pretty much it. Note down that it's good to keep the system offline while you're doing the first-time setup in Windows in order to be able to use an offline account for the OS. Thus far, the build quality feels quite decent. The mini PCs with good design and structure, I'd say nice choice for the color and well-thought cuts for peripherals on the backside. The EQR6 is rather lightweight. The lack of glossy surfaces means that the dust flakes will remain unnoticed in most cases, and we have high hopes about the airflow. Note that this model doesn't support any VESA plates, saying it in case you want to mount it to the back of a monitor. Still possible, with certain precautions though. Standing on a desk or drawer is a great idea too, given its rubber legs. As for aesthetics, more of a personal perception. For what it's worth, I do like it a lot. If I may point your attention to the connectivity ports now, about enough for adding as many devices as needed, or close to this target. If you need more, of course all sorts of hubs are supported. Setups with multiple monitors are supported too. Refresh rate goes up to 60 Hz in 4K. There are plenty of USB ports, as well as the two LAN ports. I hoped to see 2.5 gig connectivity, but Beelink keep them at 1 gigabit each. And since we're on the topic about possible upgrades, let's go ahead, make a teardown, and see whether some of the components are interchangeable or upgradable. Gently remove these rubber pads on the bottom, then you're gonna get access to the screws. Yeah, lift the cover, and now we can see the PSU, 19 volts, 4.47 amps. And I already like what I see on the left. Crucial DIMMs. Finally, we get a confirmation that the DDR5 modules come from a popular brand, and I still find the amount of 12 gigs being kind of weird. Having two of them means dual channel setup, which is good for the performance. The SSD in my case is the Crucial P3, delivers solid performance and has very modest price for what it's worth. If you need something better, most TLC-based modules may be faster, especially about sustained writing speeds, but this is something we rarely focus on when it comes to mini PCs, plus they cost a bit more money. Digging a bit deeper, we'll expose the Wi-Fi adapter as well, so the conclusion is that some repairs and upgrades are possible as long as they're not related to the CPU and the system board, and it would be a challenge to fix the power supply in case of a failure too. Given the fairly large fan, here's our usual fan noise test. I've already tried a few different configurations in the BIOS. All of them have kept the system stable. If you tweak the CPU to more aggressive values, you may hear the fan from time to time, but this still remains one of the quietest mini PCs to date. If you care about the power consumption, then some more good news. This is the maximum power consumption. Given the fact that the iGPU is as good as the GPUs from the GTX 1000 series or the RTX 2000 series by NVIDIA, I guess this is as good as performance per watt could be in 2024. A quick BIOS walkthrough might be interesting as well. Yes, Beelink use UEFI-based BIOS with clunky old interface. This remains quite standard for the majority of mini PCs that are budget-friendly. Some tweaking is possible. What you will notice is that the config allocates quite a lot of RAM for the graphics, which is good because we have 24 in total, remember? I suggest staying with the defaults here. Very often, Beelink tunes certain parameters in a way that looks weird at the first sight, but they usually have their good reasons for that, just not disclosing all of this with us. And since now the hardware and the testing part is out of our way, good to mention about the operating system. Yes, such one comes pre-installed with the EQR6 and the license is included in the price, making the deal even sweeter indeed. Having the Pro version of Windows 11 is the best option for the series. I found no bloatware at all, and Beelink builds are traditionally quite clean and safe to use. Still, if you freak out about security and safety, and who doesn't these days, a clean install might give you peace of mind. Windows 10 should work fine with this computer as well, so will many Linux distributions. Yeah, for $429 in this configuration, this is definitely attractive. Even a lot more than just attractive, it beats the SER series, has about the same performance, integrated power supply, and is quieter. What is not to like about it? Oh, wait, I actually have a list. The lack of VESA mounting is just a feature that I personally miss. It's hard to reach the M2 slots when you're doing a teardown. There's a more challenging power supply repairing procedure in case that's needed, and there's a lack of external GPU support. And here I must repeat that with the 680M iGPU, even if such an option was available, it was hardly going to bring any meaningful improvement anyway. So the answer is yes. That's in case you wonder whether that's a suitable choice for Windows-based mini computer now in 2024. Yeah, it's a very good deal, better than the SER5 series. In terms of performance and longevity, seems to be very promising. The AMD CPU inside is stellar, especially about the GPU, and it's really quiet. So yeah, what is not to like about this mini computer? Very few things. So that's my take on the EQR6. I guess the only thing that Beelink could do further would be to improve their website, expand their support section, and finally start to post driver and firmware downloads, because this really is going to help them to stand out among all the Chinese mini PC manufacturers. Other than that, that's superb. If you want to buy yours, check the video description for more information. I'm going to post a discount code in case available or applicable. So that's it about this episode. Thank you very much for watching it. If you feel that there's something you can contribute to it, or probably a question you want to ask, be invited. The comment section is down below. And that's it for today. I forgot to ask you to like the video, subscribe, because it really helps the channel. And I, the Tech Mishka, wish you a fantastic day. Hope to see you soon. Bye.